Hello, this is Chris Overton, and this is my discussion for Module 12, Text and Visual Literacy. As a classroom teacher for so many years, this is the topic I've had the most experience with. I use text on a daily basis and use visuals almost as often. Linda Cooper's article supporting visual literacy in the School Library Media Center was on point. I like that she reminded me that children may need support to move to a more sophisticated level of visual understanding. Cooper, 2008. I forget that not all children come with the same background and understanding. Since I currently work with fifth graders, I need reminders about the younger grades sometimes. Her projects were very informative. I have seen some displays in her school that resemble what she wrote about, and now I have a better understanding of their purpose. Cooper also mentioned teaching kids to read visuals. This is what I've been working on all year long. Many of my students might understand a science concept, but not be able to interpret a drawing of that concept. For instance, they could tell me the difference between rotation and revolution, but they kept missing the test questions. The problem was they were unable to read the diagrams. So I've had to teach them to read the abstract symbols and interpret their meanings. One of the purposes of visuals is to direct attention. Our textbook by Smaldino, Lowther, and Russell, 2015, gave a list that included color, words, icons, and fonts. Page 197. However, I've recently learned in an in-service that ESL students and students with reading difficulties have a harder time interpreting different fonts. As teachers and librarians, I'm sure many of us like to use all those cute free fonts. I've learned I'm not helping my students. I might actually be hindering them. Once again, it is so important to know your audience. Simple and bold might be the best way to go. So, as a librarian, I know that I will need to set up a clear communication with teachers to find out as much about my students as I can. I also know that I will need to be flexible as I learn their abilities. What is a good way to set up these lines? How can I make room in their schedules for some one-on-one time with my students? How have you, as teachers, been approached to set up projects or activities that accommodate all learners? Any good projects to share?